What's up, everybody? Back with another video. I just want to make this video on some Chinese medicine that I found, and it's in the Chinese market here in Rochester, New York. But I just wanted to share on how different things is, and why don't America use. You'll never see a pharmacy pushing herbs. You just don't see it. You'll never see a doctor prescribing you anything like this. And this is from I can't pronounce it. I'm gonna try to pronounce this. Let me see if I can get into focus. Shiji Zhao Yaolin Pharmaceutical Company. Now this is a Chinese pharmaceutical company, okay? And try to focus this back in. And these are the herbs, and these are the ingredients. It's in Chinese, but I'm gonna read it to you. Don't worry. Just look at what goes into their over-the-counter. I mean, they put OTC. I think that's, I don't know why they put the OTC there. I'm no expert, but this is their pharmaceutical company. What they offer, obviously they're gonna sell some, it's about money, but they also offer the natural stuff, which in this it's called Lee. I don't know. I can't pronounce it. I ain't gonna pretend to pronounce it. But this is what's in it, guys. Forsythia fruit, honeysuckle, roasted ephedra, fried bitter almonds, gypsum, istastis root. I don't know what that word is. Mama gonzong, whatever that word is. Cordata. Pitcholi, rhubarb, rhodiola, menthol, licorice, accessories for cornstarch. That's obviously the capsule. This product is hard capsule, and the content is brown and yellow brown granules and powder, gas, slightly fragrant, slightly bitter taste. Take 4 capsules 3 times a day. And they even put in, the package, what's the package make out of, But that's all natural. All that shit is natural. And, right now, there's a shortage of this in China. Like, they can't even find this shit, because it's very good stuff for, I'll read what it's good for, but these are the capsules, okay? This is the herbs, boom. And this is great for, functions and indications: clearing away plaque and detoxification, clearing the lungs and expel heat. It is used for treatment of influenza, which belongs to the syndrome of heat. Which belongs to the syndrome of heat toxin attacking the lungs. Symptoms are fever or high fever, chills, muscle aches, nasal congestion, runny nose, cough, headache, dry throat, sore throat, reddish tongue, yellow or greasy coating, etc. Boom. This is for clearing away plaque and detoxification, clearing the lungs and expelling the heat. Used for the treatment of influenza, which belongs to the syndrome of a heat toxin attacking the lungs. Why don't we learn about this in America? A heat toxin is what gets into the lungs, right? And I mean, it's just amazing how simple, things can be for us. Natural and non-harming. What's the side effects? Well, none. What's the side effects? Just from some natural herbs. And I got pretty much all these herbs except for I would have to look up the Mayan Mangun Zong. I'd have to look that up. Or the Haut Tunia Cordita. But that's an herb. Some of these are familiar, some of these ain't. But these are herbs that are packed into these pills, and they're good for influenza. And right now, this stuff is scarce in China. So I just wanted to share that to you. If you see this, or if you want to go get your hands on some of this going into COVID-23, I would, hey, I'm not fucking around. I'm stocking up on everything possible because we know what's coming. And if I got to help my friends and neighbors and this shit like here you can't find, and I mean, this shit is really popular in China for Mr. 19. And right now, they're having trouble getting a hold of this stuff. So if you see it, this is what it is, what it looks like. Snapshot it, Google it, and yeah. So peace and love, everybody. Just wanted to share that with you guys. All right. Just to add to this video, pharma billionaire Wu Yiling loses $1 billion in one day as questions mount over his COVID medicine. You see how this was back in April 2022. See how they try to downgrade, this stuff right here, but it's well known. And right now you can't find it in China. Wonder why, guys. Wu Yiling, the billionaire founder of traditional Chinese medicine producer Shengguanzhonghang Yinglong Pharmaceuticals, saw his wealth plunge by $1.1 billion in just one day amid questions over the efficacy of his purported COVID treatment drugs. Now, they don't tell you how he lost $1.1 billion, but through stocks or somewhere somebody did not like this. Someone did not like this medicine, and therefore, they got to trash it. All right, 72-year-old is facing rising skepticism of Yiling's signature product, a herbal remedy called Lin Hua Qing Wen. I can't pronounce it, sorry guys. Shares of the Shenzhen-listed company had almost quadrupled since the start of the pandemic in 2020, as the capsules of Lin Hua Qing Wen were recommended by the Chinese government authorities and health experts for treating mild, cases. Both the rally now appear to have come to an end. The company's stock plunged by its daily trading limit of 10%, dragging Wu's wealth down $4.7 billion from $5.8 billion, the world's real-time billionaires list. The drop came after Wang Saikang, the outspoken son of Wang Jinlin, the chairman of Dailan Wanda, reposted late last week a video on his verified account that questioned whether the World Health Organization has ever recommended the treatment. All right. What's more, Chinese healthcare platform Dixang Doctor is also now advising against using the capsules, which are made from ingredients that include honeysuckle, licorice root, and apricot seed. Really? In the article published at midnight on Sunday, the platform wrote there is currently no evidence suggesting that it can prevent the motherfucking bug. A Yiling representative acknowledged over the phone a request for comment, but the company was unable to provide a response. In filing on the stock exchange, the company said accounted for 42% of its 3.4 billion yuan, 529 million in sales the first 3 quarters of 2021. Yili also makes herbal treatments for cardiovascular and tumor-related diseases, which, God forbid you mention that in America, whatever. In early April, the company donated 7.9 million worth of capsules to Shanghai, which were distributed to residents as the daily count of confirmed cases continued to mount. China, in the meantime, has also begun trying to promote the product abroad, and the results have so far been mixed. Russia began to allow the sale of the capsules in late 2020, while authorities elsewhere, such as those in the United States and Singapore, have questioned the efficacy of the capsules for treating Mr. You-know-what. Meanwhile, the WHO has not approved or recommended this treatment. Get the fuck out of here. You see how they do shit? So, just a prime example of bullshit. Meanwhile, sitting right here in my home, and it can't be found in China, and it's very hard to get right now. So, what does that say? And here's another one that's gonna, make you say, International boom. This was before the article I just read. Yiling Pharmaceutical sees overseas revenue soar amid Mr. 19 interest in Lianwu Botanical, which is the same thing that I just showed you. The company behind the TCM dietary supplement product said revenue from its overseas market was up 918% in fiscal year 2020 after the product was officially recognized by the China authorities as a Mr. 19 standard therapy for mild symptoms such as fever and cough. All right. The growth in overseas market last year started a small base at 29 million, US 4.5 million in 2019, grew 304 million, US 46 million last year. Revenue from overseas market now occupies 3.46% of the company's total revenue. The growth was linked to the introduction of Lulanhan Kuwin in new overseas market last year. The product has been shown to speed up recovery in Mr. 19 patients, okay? Oh shit, I just lost it. In Mr. 19 patients, all right? In a 2-week RCT, and findings have been published in Phytomedicine. Since then, it has been approved and is sold in new markets such as Thailand and Laos. According to the company, the product is also registered in other parts of Southeast Asia, including Singapore, Philippines, some parts of the Middle East, such as Kuwait, Central Asia, and Africa, as a medicine. They'll never tell you that's medicine in America. Elsewhere, Russia, Brazil, Romania, Ukraine, and Kazakhstan, the product is registered as a dietary supplement. At the moment, the product has been registered and approved for sale in over 20 countries. The company is planning to register the product in another 30 markets. All right. It was first introduced in the market in 2003. Since then, it has been recognized by the Chinese authorities and recommended medicine for bird flu, Mr. 19, influenza A, B, all the same bullshit that they keep manufacturing. And just go to nature. It's been taking care of it all, right? The product was also said to be the first TCM used by the United States FDA in trial for treating influenza. The trial is in its statistics analysis stage. What happened to it? We don't know about this. The contents of 13 herbs. Forsythia, all right, which I have in a herb form, all right. Ephedra, I have some of that in a bottle. Flos, Lone Saray, I don't have that. Honeysuckle, got that. Radix, got some of that. Astasis root, have that. Rhizoma, Dryopyrtus, Crass, I can't pronounce that, but I do have that. Male fern, rhomesome, bohea, which is herba methe, which is menthol. That is really good stuff. They took the menthol out of Vicks because it works so good at relieving people's coughs. What kind of fucking hellhole we live in, guys? what kind of hellhole we live in. Just reading this pisses me the fuck off that this natural stuff is hidden from us. It's just unbelievable. So, just think about it, man. I mean, it's just mind blowing, guys. It really is. Our country is a joke. Peace and love, everybody.